Hello everyone and welcome to Movie Review UK. My name is MJ and today I'm reviewing Doctor Strange. I saw this on release day in the United Kingdom, which was the 25th of October, I believe. I think it's the 26th now. And bloody loved it. So this is directed by Scott Derrickson. This is the guy behind Sinister. So Marvel chose a very interesting choice of director in this movie. He is obviously coming from a darker background. Sinister is a horror movie. And I think they wanted that just intense, dark, atmospheric kind of style for Doctor Strange, and that definitely comes through. First of all, it does have the classic Marvel traits, things like the humour and just the awesome action and the imaginative things, words, to it. But also this is probably one of the more self-contained Marvel movies. There's not many references to other films. There is a couple, certainly. There's about one or two proper references that they actually mention by name, but other than that, it's fairly self-contained. Benedict Cumberbatch plays Doctor Strange, and one of the main things that I like about the film is how different he is to the other Marvel characters and really the other Marvel heroes. He is very arrogant and he is very flawed, like all the Marvel heroes are. They all have their flaws. But I think with Doctor Strange, they certainly stand out a fair bit. As I say, he's so arrogant and not a particularly likeable character, at least at first. You could argue that Benedict Cumberbatch brings quite a lot of charisma to the role, and so that makes you like him a little bit more. But certainly, of course, the character arc by the end of the film, you're really enjoying his performance and you're enjoying him. Other than him, there's some other really cool characters in here. Tilda Swinton as the Ancient One, I think, was absolutely brilliant. She really does play a kind of role that is like a sensei, a master, like Master Yoda in some ways to Luke Skywalker. There are those similes, and she kicks ass, to be honest. She's fantastic. And then smaller characters like Mordo and Wong are really cool as well, and they each have their own nice little scenes, be them little comedy scenes or just interesting lines of dialogue or cool scenes. They all have a decent amount of enjoyable scenes that they bring to the film, and it's really cool. Everyone is talking about the visuals to this film, and with good reason. It is absolutely incredible. It looks amazing. I mean, this is Guardians of the Galaxy level of beautifulness, but a lot more trippy, a lot more just mental. I'm sure if you've seen the trailer, you know the kind of almost kaleidoscope things that happen. There are parallels drawn between it and Inception, which is definitely fair and reasonable with such, large scale special effects happening. It really is an amazing looking film, but even beyond things like the city folding in on itself, there are other gorgeous visuals in the film that I won't spoil, but it can get very colourful and just look absolutely amazing, very imaginative, and it really is an iconic looking film. Speaking of iconic, they really build a great mythology to it. Again, you can draw comparisons with the Harry Potter film series, where they've really crafted an incredible and very identifiable set of magic rules or magic looks. I think Doctor Strange does a similar thing. It has its own magic mythology and its own spells, and it looks very much drawn from the actual pages of the comic book, but also it looks incredible. It really does. There's like sparks coming out of some of the spells, and just the way it looks is so cool. It in fact leaves you wanting more. It leaves you yearning for more very badly, because we feel very much like we've only scratched the surface with Doctor Strange, and it's very exciting to imagine what him and his world is going to bring to the rest of the Marvel movies. There are two post-credit scenes that I will not spoil, but I was very happy with both of them. Some of them are, maybe, or one of them is maybe a bit more self-contained to Doctor Strange, and one of them is a bit more vast. But both of them add a great little excitement to the film. If you are a fan of post-credit scenes, I'm sure you'll really enjoy them. If you're not, don't stick around. It's up to you, really. Loved all of them. Loved everyone in it. Loved all the action. It has a decent amount of action. It does maybe suffer a little bit from having a reasonably weak and a weak villain with not really much motivation. It's not really anything new to the Marvel movies, and it is probably an area that they need to focus on a little bit more. But as with these origin stories, it can sometimes be difficult to actually bring in a really deep villain with a really interesting backstory when you've also got to introduce the ally, or the good guy I should say rather, and all of their kind of everything that's their supporting cast, you know, people like Rachel McAdams and all that. But this film has got plenty of action. It looks very imaginative. It looks amazing. It's got humour. It's got everything that a Marvel film should have. And I just absolutely loved it. Really enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it a fair bit more than I thought I would. What else can I say? I love all the Marvel movies. I really do. So maybe I'm a little bit biased. But it's just really exciting getting to view more of the fun that these directors are having in this Marvel sandpit almost, and it's just fantastic to watch. And this was a particularly enjoyable and visually stunning film. I would give it a 9 out of 10. Thank you very much for watching Did I say watch much for watching Movie Review UK? Make sure you subscribe for more movie reviews.